Hi, my name is Ronnie Crass. This is Chapter 8 on race discrimination and national origin discrimination. For the first case out of the textbook, I chose Local 136 versus Dayton's Civil Service Board. Basically, what this case has to do with is the city of Dayton had an apprenticeship program for the fire department, and they actually gave people that were part of this program additional points when it came to hiring to get hired on at the fire department. The local fought this, had a lawsuit, and the case went all the way to the Ohio Supreme Court, where it was ruled that the added points were permissible. The relevancy of this is we have an Explorer program where I work at Green Township, and we don't give additional points. However, we get to know these people that are the Explorers, and oftentimes they do submit their application to get hired. And if we know their work ethic, if we obviously like how these people are, we'll go ahead and hire them. They basically get preference over candidates that we don't know. I don't think anything's wrong with it as long as you don't discriminate based on anything with race, age, things like that. The second case, for the recent case, I chose Bay versus the City of New York. What this has to do with is there were 4 black firefighters that had a skin condition, and a federal judge in Brooklyn ordered that the FDNY reinstate them. Basically, they had beards, and they weren't shaving their beards, and FDNY did not accommodate them for this. They were given the option to do light duty. However, the light duty came with not as much pay, and let's see, the city gave the firefighters the option to do light duty, but reassignment meant less pay, and would also bar them from taking promotional exams. The relevancy of this is not really necessarily with the fire department, but on the police side of things, our department just changed where guys with this condition were allowed to have beards. And now they're just letting anybody that wants to have a beard within reasonable limits have one. So with the fire department, I'm not sure. It depends on how your face piece fits. If you do the fit testing every year and you have a little bit of facial hair, I don't think it should be a problem. However, our chiefs might think otherwise. But as long as you pass the fit test, nobody's challenged it at this point, but we'll see what happens down the road. For the current event, I chose 9 firefighters suspended over racist messages. This also has to do with the FDNY, and they suspended these 9 firefighters without pay, and it was one of the biggest suspensions in FDNY history. 3 officers were also reprimanded, and the messages contained things like legally shoot black children, turning fire hoses on protesters, things like that, because wild animals like water, quote unquote. The relevancy of this is with social media now at different fire departments, you got to make sure your policies are in place. I know at my work, I'm involved in a Snapchat group with a bunch of guys at work, and some of the messages that come across and pictures that they show, it just makes me shake my head. I'm wondering what these guys are thinking when they send them out. You basically got to look at things and say, if my chief saw this, would you be okay if he saw it? And oftentimes, I don't think they would be okay, but hopefully I'm never put in that situation. Thank you.